Dr. Mann. A rising problem in America today is the problem with plastic disposal. As you may already know, plastic does not decompose as fast as other materials. But, with the help of Dr. Addict here, we may have solved that problem. So, Dr. Addict, what have you discovered?
Well, I have stumbled upon a particular ion made of metal. It's a metal ion, and whenever you put it into the plastics, into the polymers, as it heats up from, saying, UV light, any kind of sunlight, anything that would heat up a metal ion, it slowly melts the plastic ions around it. And the metal ions are under the plastic ions. So if there's a cut in the plastic ion at all, then it exposes the metal ion, and it allows it to heat up around it, and then fill in and seal that crack again. And then it cools down because there's no more UV exposed on the metal ions, so it's a self-healing polymer.
So what you're saying is, if there's any damage done to a said container, such as Tupperware or anything like that, the UV light will kind of melt it down, per se, and fill in the said gaps or cracks and crevices in the container.
Yay!
Well, then that's actually a quite useful tool, because plastic doesn't decompose as fast as paper or other things, so all that waste is just sitting in landfills all around the world, just taking years to decompose. And what are some other uses you could quite possibly see with this?
Well, I could use it in my lab because I go through a lot of plastic containers. I give them out to co-workers with particular things in them, and they aren't very careful with their polymer.
But on a more serious note, you could use them as trash bags, actually, because you know how you're got a bunch of stuff in your trash bag, you're lugging it outside, and then it tears? Well, this would make it to where the tear would only open a little bit and then reform itself instantly. We could use it in Tupperware containers. You were to, say, I don't know, hit it by a car, then it would reseal up the cracks where it had broken apart, and it would come back together.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't exactly work as extensively as earlier was shown. It will cover cracks and it will reseal holes, small ones, but anything bigger than anything that actually tears through the whole polymer itself will not repair.
Plastic healing itself. Quite an amazing feat, I do have to say, Dr. Addict. Quite an amazing feat. So,
yeah!
So do you see that this could affect anything else besides just the chemistry world, just maybe the economy or anything like that? Do you see it could affect that in any way?
Well, it could heavily affect the underground economy because people go through a lot of small plastic bags. But it all depends. I could see it affecting other countries' economies. I could see it heavily affecting our usage of plastics. I could see it cutting down waste by a lot. The landfills would decrease. The amount of waste in the landfills would decrease. The amount of waste on the streets would decrease because people will be reusing their water bottles, will be reusing their milk jugs, anything. Because now a crack in a water bottle doesn't mean you throw it away. You just keep using it.
So this could in fact turn, kind of set us forth on a more greener route per se, instead of it being just a fad for everybody. We could actually get to a better stuff. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Man. It would put us on a much greener route.
Green, clean, and better for the planet. I have to agree. So, but what do you think we'd have to do with all that? What do you think we'd have to do with all the other plastic that's left in the landfills and that other people are still producing?
Well, we would probably be able to take it all and melt it down and reuse it in this new polymer. We could replace most of it with the metal polymer, the metal ions in it. We could filter it through, and we could integrate it. And that way we could have all of the recycled materials made into our new metal ions. And they will be recyclable. We will be able to take these metal ions after you've ruined them somehow, and we will be able to take them and recycle them into more metal ion polymers.
So, just a little bit of background information for everybody. Where exactly did you discover all this at?
Well, I discovered it here in my lab with the help of my lovely assistant, Miss Cider, who will be in the video later. I'll bring her in today. And this was the exact apparatus that I used to discover this. Yes. Now, it's not important how that happened, but the point is, it worked. So, there it is. Now, again, as I said, it only works with UV light. It will work under a black light if you were to have one. You could put one of these over it and it would start to heal itself. It would work in sunlight. It would work in any kind of UV.
This is Dr. Man, signing off.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason.
So, this was your assistant throughout your process of...
Yes. She helped a lot, actually. She helped, she would hold those for me. I mean, I only have 2 hands, so I'd hand her one of the apparatuses, and then I would also hand her the light bulb, and she would also hold the polymer while I was working on it. She would also sometimes hold the tweezers for me, all at the same time, so we could all have it set up. She was very helpful.
And, what's her name again?
Her name is Meth.
I'm sorry, I remember at the beginning of this, you said your name was I'm an Addict. What?
Yes, my name is I'm a Addict.
What's your middle name?
My father named me I'm a Meth Addict. What's your name, sir? We were never formally introduced.
Well, my first name's Black.
What? Your name's Black Man?
Yep.
Is your middle name Watermelon?